Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, you are going to be getting this foundation routine. No, but yeah, you are. I actually just filmed a, makeup routine, like my everyday. So I wanted to film something a little bit more full coverage for the full coverage girls out there, the oily full coverage girls out there who want their makeup to last all day long, not smudge. I'm telling you, this foundation routine actually looks better throughout the day than it does when you first put it on. I'm not even kidding you. Like, it sinks into your skin and your oils come through and it's just like luminous and dewy and beautiful, and you will fall in love if you try this out. So yeah, this is what you're going to be getting from me today. I love it. A lot of the products I use are actually for more like dewy skin. Like, I use a lot of hydrating products, but I promise you, if you're oily and if you need your makeup to last all day long and you need it to look the exact same when 8 hours comes in or right when you put it on, I'm telling you, this will do. But guys, I don't want to ramble too much in the intro. I just want to get right into the video. So if you guys want to see how I got this foundation and my go-to full coverage oily skin will last me all day long if I need it to routine, just keep on watching. Okay guys, let's just jump right into the foundation routine. So the first thing I do, no matter what, is I always moisturize my face, and I go in with the Belif True Cream Aqua Bomb. I've told you guys about this stuff multiple times before. I mean, it's gone. I need more. And it smells so good. I always go in with this. You need like the tiniest amount. Like, literally, that's it. That's all I use. And I go in on my face, and like, this just like gives you so much moisture to your skin. It's so nice. I love it so much. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with my Dr. Brandt Needles No More Baggage. This is just like a thing I put under my eyes. I don't know if it works, but like, I make myself think it works. It's so hard to get out though. Okay. You don't need a lot of this as well, like tiny amount, and just rub it. It's very, very thick, and I just pat it underneath my eyes. Guys, don't mind my makeup look. I just filmed another video before this on this look, and I don't know if I'm going to post it because I don't know if I love the look or not. While I'm letting that sink into my under eyes, I am going to go in with my Tried and True primer. I love this stuff. This is my ride or die. I probably will never use another primer. I'm so obsessed with this. This is my Too Faced Hangover primer. You guys know this is the only primer I use. I'm obsessed with this. It's like moisturizing, but not too moisturizing, and it's just, oh, I love it. It's so great. So I just go, again, you need the smallest amount, and I just go in and prime my face. And once I feel it start getting tacky, I like to pat it into my skin rather than keep rubbing, because I don't want to pull my skin too much, just because, I don't want to look 50 when I'm 30, you know what I'm saying? Okay guys, after I let that sink in for a little bit, I do let all of my products sink in between other products, just so I'm not layering products on my face. If you layer, and if you're going out and you're sweating and you're dancing and you're having fun, things will just start melting off your face. But if you let those products sink into your skin between each product that you apply, the foundation and the makeup will last longer. So I let every product sink into my skin for about 1 to 2 minutes. It might seem excessive, but I don't care, because that's what I do. The next thing I'm going to go in with is my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I love this stuff. I just got a brand new one, and it's the big one. It's the mama. I don't know why, but I've always only gotten sample sizes of this. I think like every time I'm like, oh, what if I don't like it? And I love this stuff. So I go in with this. I do have oily skin. I've told you guys before. I do use very moisturizing products though, just because I really love when my face feels moisturized. What? When my face feels moisturized, not moisturized, that's not even a word. So that's why I'm using all these hydrating bitch. I'm telling you, these products will not make things slip around. They will not make you get oilier. Like, I promise, try this. It's incredible. So I'm just going to go in with this. There's like a tiny bit left, but it still sprays pretty relatively well. Now I'm going in with foundation. You guys probably already know what foundation this is going to be. This is the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. Guys, I will probably never find a foundation I love this much and that actually lasts on my skin as long as this does. So I have 2 shades. I have the shade 710 and 725. This is the one I use pretty much all the time. It's like gone and the cap's broken and the pump's broken. But I got this one because I feel like I'm a little bit lighter. This is too dark for me, so I feel like I'm gonna mix. This foundation range has the worst shade range in the world. I swear, no, well, not actually, but it's pretty bad. They need to come out with more colors. Plus, all of their colors have pink undertones, and I don't have a pink undertone, so no matter what, everything looks kind of darker on me, just not the right color. So we're gonna go in with Classic Ivory, and then maybe if it's too light, mix in Buff Beige, but we'll see. I think this might actually be an okay match. Not perfect, but okay. Now I'm just gonna take my Flower Beauty sponge, this is brand new, and pounce that into the skin. So yeah, the shade is a little pink, but we'll blend it down the neck. Love this foundation. I'm obsessed. I'm gonna go in with concealer. So I have two concealers. They're both the same concealer, just two different colors. I have the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. One is in the shade C7 and the other is in the shade C2. I'm going to go in with the shade C7 first, right? Just make sure, yeah. I don't love a super, super bright under eye. I kind of like more of a neutral under eye. That is why I go in with the shade C7 first, just because it is a little bit closer to my natural skin tone. Then I'll go in to the shade C2, and I will use this just to brighten up a little bit more. See, it's not super big of a different color, but it is just a little bit brighter, just to really like brighten up certain areas. Take a shot, make a friend, just enjoy the moment. Blue sky walking on these haters. Celebrate every day like a birthday. Things come to those that wait up. And then right away, while my eyes are still very much open, I will take my Laura Mercier translucent powder and pat that onto the areas, because I have pretty bad under eye bags. They're not really bags, they're just folds. And my shit will crease real fast. And then I'll also go with the sponge after I do that and just set the rest of my face. I do this because I am using such luminous products like the Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation and the Too Faced Hangover Primer and stuff, and I do have oily skin. This is just like my extra step to make sure that the foundation stays on. By the end of it, trust me, we will not look powdery, we will not look like crazy people. We'll look real good, real snatched, and we will look dewy once the powder sinks into the foundation and sinks into your skin. You're gonna look great, I promise. Don't forget to powder the neck, because once you put a shirt on and you sweating and you dancing, if you're like, ooh, your neck's gonna get everywhere because it's not set like the rest of your face. So don't forget to set the neck. Okay, so I don't really love to bake, so I'm gonna dust this off pretty much right away. Okay, now that we look pale as a ghost, we are going to do my brows. So where is my brow stuff? Depending on what I'm doing, I use different products for my brows, but if I'm going out, like to hang out with my friends, to a bar downtown, to go out to eat, and I'm gonna be out for a while, I use a pomade just because I know a pomade is not going to come off. So the pomade I'm using is the Cabao by Benefit, and I'm using the shade 3.5. I love that they came out with new shades because this shade is my shit, okay? Too long. Don't sleep, you gotta stay up. Don't sleep. Okay, so after my brows are done, I will not set them in place until the very, very end. But the next thing I'm going to do is bronze up the skin. So I'm going to take my Morphe E3 brush, and I'm going to take my Marc Jacobs Tan-Tastic bronzer. I like fell in love with this stuff. I also use, as you guys know, the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I love that stuff, but I've been like madly in love with this. So this is what I'm going to take today. And I'll swirl my brush. Oh, not that much. And I will just go into the cheekbones. I really love to focus my bronzer up here, and then once a lot of the product is off the brush, I'll bring it down. I'll also take that on my forehead, and I pat on my forehead just because product on your forehead usually moves easier than the product on your cheeks. Personally, from my experience, that's what I think. So I'll just pat what's on my brush onto my forehead. And depending on your forehead type will be where you kind of bronze your forehead. So I usually just bronze right here, and then I'll take whatever's left and just like dust it on the temples. But I don't really have like a big area between my eyebrow and my hairline, like the edge of my eyebrow and my hairline. So I don't really need a lot of bronzer there because I don't need it to look smaller. And now that I have the bronzer kind of where I want it to be placed, I'm going to take my Morphe E41 brush. This is a huge fluffy brush that I love. I will tap into that Marc Jacobs bronzer and I will go ham. Like higher up on the cheekbones, closer to the hairline, and down. I love a very blown out bronzer. I don't really like a focused bronzer. I love a blown out bronzer on my face shape. It all depends on your face shape, how you're gonna want your bronzer to be, but on my face shape, I really, really love a blown out bronzer. Just because I don't have very, you know, defined cheekbones. I feel like when I put that line and I try and define my cheekbones myself, I feel like it just looks like I have a streak of bronzer on my face, and I don't like that. So I would much rather have a, oh my god, I can't say it, a blown out bronzer than try and define my cheekbones. Now, for my nose, I don't really know how to contour my nose. I'm not really good at it, but I'll just take a Luxie 207 medium angled brush and I will just take some bronzer and just put it down my nose just so my nose doesn't look so white compared to the rest of my face, and hope for the best. Okay guys, so I finished my under eyes. Now we're gonna move on to blush. So I don't really change up my blush a lot, mainly because I don't really have that many blushes. I usually use only 2 blushes, which is of course the Mellow Wine by Wet n Wild and of course the Make Me Blush by Pretty Vulgar. These are my 2 favorite brushes, but today I'm gonna go in with Mellow Wine just because it's a little bit more mellow. It's not so in your face. And I'm gonna take that on my Morphe E4 brush, and this is a new one, so I'm gonna get off that first layer because I always feel like blushes have like a layer over them. What is that? Oh, that's dog hair. Sorry. So I'm gonna tap off a lot of the excess and go on my cheeks and bring it back. Now, depending on what you want your look to look like, your blush look to look like, excuse me, putting it on apples of your cheeks make you look a little bit more young, a little bit more youthful, and putting on the back makes you look a little bit more sexy, a little bit more like older. I personally put it both my cheeks and the apples of my apples of my cheeks and the back of my cheeks, just because I like the way it looks. I like the way it pulls my face back. You could do whatever you want. Some people only put on the apples, and some people put it all the way back. Also, it depends on your face shape, but I personally like when I start with the apples in my cheeks and then work my way back. Now we are ready for highlight. So for highlighter, I use 2 highlighters. I pretty much use always 2 highlighters because I always use this one and then I'll mix it if I'm going out. So you guys know I love my Jeffree Star highlighters and I love my Peach Goddess, but I don't want to do like a pinky highlight today. I want it to be more like white. So I'm gonna go in with the Jeffree Star Skin Frost highlight in the color Ice Cold. I love this highlight. If you can't tell, it is white. It is really white. So I am going to mix a little bit of my Laura Mercier highlight in number 1. This one has like a little bit of a pinkier, peachier tone than the Jeffree Star one, but I want to mix them, but I really, really like this stark white. I really, really want this stark white right now. And now for my cheek highlight, I will go in with my, what is this? This is the Milani brush. It's called the All Over Blending brush, but I use it as a highlighting brush. I don't know how this would be all over blender. I don't get it, but this is my highlighting brush. Guys, I don't know what lip I want to do. I feel like I want to do like a very intense red look, or should I just do, I think I'm gonna do red. I think I'm feeling it.
So I stand out. I'm more babes than a bathhouse. Top gun on my Tom Cruise.
Okay guys, so this is the finished look. This is my go out, go to full coverage, oily skin, will not slip, will not go anywhere throughout the day. foundation routine. I hope you guys liked it. I'm telling you, this is my go-to. Like I will literally wear this if I need my foundation to stay on all day, if I need to look good all day long. This is the foundation routine that I stick to. I swear by it. If you have oily skin, try this out. It is incredible. I know they're hydrating products, but I promise they will last. If you guys like this video and if you guys like me, then don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, turn on that post notification bell so that you guys are notified whenever I upload a video, and don't forget to subscribe. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope that I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.